If you're here, that means you saw part 1. Cream soda isn't here. I'm disgusting. If you saw part 1, then you know, like right now, currently I'm in the middle of Hurricane Irma, or like, it hasn't even started yet, but we're starting to get like all the rain from it and everything. I bought one of these cups that like keeps ice in it for 24 hours, which by the way, I checked this morning and it still had ice in it, so I can vouch. But just in case we lose power, this way I can still have cold drinks. I'm ready for this hurricane. I've got my alcohol stored up. I've got my Nook and my laptop and my book lights all charged and running, and yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and go out, power. The only thing I will miss is the air conditioning. Part 1 was a bunch of recommendations that if you like this book, you'll like this TV show, or if you like this TV show, you'll like this book. The one I'm going to do now is if you like this really popular book, you might like this less popular book. I find like that a lot of times I want those recommendations and I can't always get them. I'm gonna start off with, if you like this book, the Percy Jackson series, this is book 1, The Lightning Thief. I had to borrow this from my little brother because they were mine, but I gave them to him. Then personally, I think you'll like Star-Crossed by Josephine Angelini. It's kind of the more teen, adultish version of The Lightning Thief. She is a descendant, or the daughter of, I don't remember, it's been a while since I read it, of Helen of Troy. And yeah, this just deals a lot with Greek mythology in the modern day world, as does Percy Jackson. Now, my next recommendation is a bit of a stretch. I only think you will like these two if you like fairy tale retellings in general. So if you like Cinder, which is a sci-fi retelling of a bunch of different fairy tales, but Cinder is primarily just Cinderella, then I think you would like Ice by Sarah Beth Durst. Now, this is a retelling of when... Someone's at my house. This is a retelling of East of the Sun, West of the Moon, which deals with, typically it's a woman and the polar bear king, and depending on the translation you read or the edition you read, there's trolls or sometimes there's goblins, it just depends. Okay? Ice is a retelling of that fairy tale, so if you like this fairy tale retelling, you might like this less well-known fairy tale retelling as well. I loved Ice. I thought it was really good. It's actually what introduced me to East of the Sun, West of the Moon. And now I read like any kind of adaptation I can. Currently, I have one on my shelf by Jessica Day George. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited to. So anyway, this fairy tale. Okay, there's people at my house now, so if it gets kind of noisy, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to hurry up and film this so that you don't like have that. My next recommendation is if you liked Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. That's like on the cover. I could have just looked instead of like using my brain and thinking. Then personally, I think you would like Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This is a book that takes place mostly in space. It's about a girl who's in cryosleep, and her whole family, like her parents, are in cryosleep, and they're all a part of this team that's going to colonize a new planet. They're supposed to be in cryosleep for a really long time though, like I think it was like 100 years or something. And all of a sudden she wakes up. She is woken up before anybody else, and they still have a long time to go before they're gonna wake up. And now she has to figure out why she was woken up. And she wakes up on this ship, and there are people on the ship, like there's a bunch of people, so it's not like she's the only one there or anything like that. And that's kind of the mystery of this. Who woke her up? Why did they wake her up? What's going on? So that's the first book, and it is a trilogy. I think I said that, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a trilogy, so if you really like Illuminae with all its science fiction glory, then I think you would like Across the Universe with all its science fiction glory. Last but not least, my last set of recommendations for this part 2 video are if you liked Winter Song by S.J. Jones, and I think you would like Impossible by Nancy Werlin. This is about a fairy king who has cursed the Scarborough women. He fell in lust, he says he fell in love, he fell in lust with the camera's probably adjusted because it just fell, so if it's a different setting, I am sorry. Let me see if I can. It was really funny. So anyway, Impossible is the story of Lucy Scarborough, who is however many Scarborough women down the line. On their 18th birthday, they lose their minds. It's actually a curse from a fairy king. He was in lust with Fenella Scarborough in like medieval times, and she didn't love him back, and so his retaliation was putting a curse on her and all of the other women to come after her. It's Lucy's turn. Her 18th birthday is approaching, and so she has to figure out how to break this curse. And this is book 1 in kind of a trilogy. The first book is The Impossible, the second book is Unthinkable, which actually is about Fenella Scarborough. And there's a third book, and I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel or what, or if it's just loosely connected through another character. I don't know. I just know it takes place within the same universe, but I have yet to read it, so I cannot vouch for it. I am almost done with Unthinkable. I don't like it quite as much as I liked Impossible. Impossible was really good. It would have been a great standalone. So you can read this and not worry about the rest in the series, but I wanted to read the rest. That being the case, if you like Winter Song with all its like, you know, Goblin King lore and everything, then I think you would like Impossible with its Fairy King lore. That was it. I'm done. I did it all. This was like my 5th time starting and stopping on filming this. So if the camera angles are really weird, I'm really sorry. My great aunt is at my house right now, and it's very loud in my house right now, so I kept having to stop filming. But anyway, I'm gonna splice it all together and hope it looks decent. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let's be friends. I love having friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!